why I don't use methylene blue. Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so I did a video 2 minutes and a few seconds, right? It's first I've actually done a video that short, guys. It's about methylene blue, right? Methylene blue. It has several uses, both to manage human health as well as aquatic health. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you honestly why is it I chose not to use it, especially um helping to maintain quality goldfish eggs in the past 3 months. Okay, methylene blue is a very good product. It is used on aquatic, in aquatic spaces to actually manage a lot of parasitic diseases and fungus and several different things that might occur within your aquatic space that might end up damage your fish eggs. So therefore, it you wouldn't use methylene blue in a space where you have mount builders. You wouldn't use it neither where you have live bearers. You will more likely use it where you have the egg and actually guards the egg, or should I say, even floaters like goldfish or carp, right? What it does, it actually serve as a peripheral barrier. For example, I have pond system, right? My pond systems are outdoors. Whenever I do breed, should I say, whenever I do get goldfish eggs, the eggs are coming from a pond that is laden with planktons and several microscopic organisms, practically green water, right? And in some cases, I might have some parasitic microorganism that I can't see. So therefore, when my goldfish eggs actually um are on the spawning map and I lift up the goldfish eggs and place it into a clean water experience, and I tip a little methylene blue on it, that will be excellent for my fish. And the eggs itself goes through a moment of stress. And this moment of stress is between lifting it out of the water that it was actually laid in and placing it into the water that you consider to be safe and clear water. Between these two water, the eggs actually pass through air, right? And the air actually damage some of the eggs, right? The egg should not stay out of water for excessive period of time. If this do happen, the eggs will get fungus and they will die. Or should I say, the fries that are developing in it, they will die. Right? What methylene blue does, it helps to guard against this. So although I lift the eggs out of my green water experience, right, and place it into clean water, placing methylene blue on, or should I say, in the container with the eggs that was just been transferred, it helps as a safeguard for me not to get my eggs looking white and just not good. It also helps to prevent those eggs that is contaminated, fungus ridden, from actually infecting those eggs that are considered to be safe. All right. Now, here's why I do not use methylene blue. Methylene blue is like a stain that is very difficult to actually erase from whichever water space you have those eggs in. So I used to use it, and what I realized is that the seams for my aquariums, along with some aspects of my aquarium, the stuff in my aquariums are practically permanently blue, right? And I do not like that, right? So it's just not my taste. Another thing is that methylene blue, whenever you use it, whenever the fries have hatched, it is being suggested by scientists, by researchers, that your fish, your fries, should be removed from that space as soon as possible, because now that the eggs have actually been hatched, the methylene blue is not needed, and excessive exposure to methylene blue will actually damage the quality of fish that you actually have within that water space. So as a result of that, I decided not to go that route. It's good by concept, using it. However, when looking at it as to the amount of work that you would have to go through, for example, I might remove a goldfish, my spawning map with goldfish eggs, which over probably about 200, 300 eggs, right? Yeah, right? And I actually place it into a container, and the eggs hatch after 7, 8 days, right? What the researchers, scientists have actually purported is that I should now sit down and remove all those tiny fries from that water space and place it into a clear, clean water space, because excessive exposure of the fries to the methylene blue is unhealthy. Now, that's too much work, guys, and I just opted not to go that route, right? Okay, so the third and final, well, I would say one of the third and final reason why I chose not to go the route of using methylene blue is that methylene blue actually, it kills some of your plants, your aquatic plants. And for those persons who are familiar with my aquatic space, you will note that I have an outdoor system, and I use plants as a main means of filtering my ponds and aerating my ponds, right? So setting up a system where in which I have mechanical filtration system, or just pumping air in it just to get the eggs to be oxygenated, would be a task for me. And being it that I live in a space where in which the buildings are concrete and sometimes no one is home, that means that system would have to be outdoors. And a little bit technical, building something outdoors to actually facilitate that 24/7s, right? Plants actually work best for me. So methylene blue will actually, over time, will actually degrade my plants, and I will end up with blue water, no plants, and just not me, right? Also, methylene blue, although I do not like them, but they do play a part within my system. Methylene blue actually kills snails and crustaceans, and other crustaceans. So snails and shrimps and crabs, um, methylene blue, the components that it's made up of, it will actually cause them to die. So as a result of these four factors, although I am purporting that it's a good product, but it's a good product for persons who are not what do you call it now, who are not really into large volumes of fish keeping, trading, breeding, and all that. You're at home and you want to ensure that your eggs are hatched, and you have some, probably a couple dozen fries or eggs, and this is just a once in a opportunity for you to actually get this done. Go ahead. But for me, it's just not for me. Another thing is that going through all these, it's not a cheap chemical to get, right? And and these are like bonus, but and continued exposure, humans continued exposure to methylene blue, it can cause you to actually get sick too. So considering all this, that's not a go-go for me. All right, enjoy, guys. I hope that this little exposition as to where my stand is personally about methylene blue is on the line. It's a good product, but it's just not my product. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye.